Good evening, teacher. Today I'll be talking about measuring blood pressure. Many of us lead extremely busy lives where we try to make a time for school, work, sport activities, and spending time with our family and friends, and neglect of our own health. Most of us fail to put on a regular visit to the doctor unless we feel very sick. Today I will be teaching you a process that helps you to check on an extremely vital aspects of your health, which is measuring blood pressure. This process of high importance because of the major effects of high or low blood pressure can cause, including a stroke. The materials required to this process are: first, gathering the equipment needed. Among the different type of sphygmomanometers, today I will be using the Eneroid because it's still counted as the most precise for measuring blood pressure. Making sure we use a properly sized blood pressure cuff, which should cover about 80% of the circumference of the arm. Observe the physical and mental condition of the person. We have to make sure that the person is mentally calm and is not experiencing any type of anxiety, because it can throw out the cuff and the sphygmomanometers and fail to give an accurate measurement. Find the artery of the upper arm that connects to the antibiotical fossa and gently press to the step of the stethoscope bill over it. Inflate the cuff about 180 millimeters, and then it can be done by turning the air release valve found. Observe inflation valve clockwise to make sure there's no air escaping to the environment. Release the cuff at slow and steady rate by turning the release valve counterclockwise. Paying close attention to the stethoscope scope and the sphygmomanometer. Making sure the environment is fairly quiet around you to make sure that you have heard the ticking sound you're looking for. Listen and observe the equipment in front of you and pay close attention to the first ticking sound. When the sound disappears, please place the first number you have got from the first tick sound over the last number of the tick that you have heard. The reason why the first and the last tick sounds are important, it's because when we inflate the cuff, we slow down the blood flow greatly. By the time we start releasing the cuff, a lot of pressure would have forming trying to pass through, and so we get our first tick sound from the blood rushing through the artery. The ticking sound from that point keeps happening, and then you have to listen to the last ticking sound because the last tick is when the blood returns to the normal flow. At the end, being able to track of your blood pressure is a very vital skill to have, and even though the blood pressure be high or too low, it can lead to heart failure and death within an hour. Moreover, keeping track of it can help to save lives. I hope I had able to display how simple the process is and get you guys into the habit of monitoring your blood pressure. Thank you so much. This is my flashcard that I used.